Hi, I'm Jesse Hilbert.
Hi, I'm Charlie Herbert.
And welcome
to Arthropod
Adventures.
Season 3, Episode 16, The
Jealous Assassin. So today's arthropod can be found with its rostrum, or its beak-like mouth structure, protruding into another insect. It's a greenish pale in color and can be a little more slender in its nymph stage.
Can you guess what it is?
Right? I said bug. Now, if I say bug, Charlie, then we know it's a true bug and it belongs to the order
Hemiptera.
Hemiptera, right? And while we have done some true bugs in past episodes, this is the first predatory one, Charlie. It gets its prey and jams its rostrum into their body and sucks out the insides. We'll get to that shortly. So I'm excited to talk, so let's jump in. The scientific name for our assassin bug is Zelas luridus. Try that one. That's pretty good. The genus Zelas comes from the Greek god of that name. He is synonymous, try that word.
Synonymous.
Yeah. With strong, little beat. Is synonymous with strong emotions like jealousy and dedication, which is why I entitled this episode The Jealous Assassin. He was a winged guard who, along with his brothers and sisters, helped in protecting Zeus. And it's a pretty small genus, Charlie, with around only 60 bugs.
But
Only
5
found
here in
North America. So there's not too many of these things around here. Now, its species name, luridus, potentially has a Latin origin and means pale yellow, probably referring to the pale color of our assassin bugs, which we'll get to a little bit more, but it's where it gets its common name from, the pale green assassin bug. Now, like all true bugs, our featured arthropod goes through an incomplete metamorphosis, much like last episode's stonefly. The assassin bug's life cycle goes egg, nymph, adult, meaning that as a young bug, it still resembles its parents to a certain degree, Charlie, right? But unlike their insect cousins, a baby fly is a maggot, right? And doesn't resemble an adult fly in any way. A young assassin bug looks like a more slender, wingless bug. In either their nymph or adult stage, they are truly unique and fun to look at. We're taking a brief break from the show to share some excitingness. I know it's not a real word, but excitingness about a brand that we are working with called Dead Bird EcoWear. And it's more than just a clothing brand. Dead Bird EcoWear is a movement committed to restoring the earth. And as a proud veteran-owned business, they dedicate a portion of every purchase to global tree planting initiatives. Wear the change you want to be and wear the change you want to see, and make a positive impact with every outfit. Plus, listeners of Arthropod Adventures can use the code in all caps arthropod_adventures_podcast for 25% off their purchase. So join us in supporting sustainability and our veterans. Shop Dead Bird EcoWear. So their eggs are also fun to see, Charlie. They kind of give volcano vibes.
Meets in Warrensburg.
What?
Meets Warrensburg.
Where are you reading? We're not even there yet.
Meets a lot.
So they give volcano vibes, and they're laid in clusters on leaves that kind of rise upwards, hence the volcano vibes.
Wait,
The
if it's SE and there's an exclamation mark, there's more excitement.
Yes. I like to write things. That means I'm excited. So the tops are white and look like a slice of banana, honestly, and the rest of them are brown. Bananas are good. We're gonna have to feed some to the beetles.
Yeah. No. Papa accidentally probably. We have 2 and then
No, we have 4.
Now we have 4.
We have 4 derby flower beetles, courtesy of Coast to Coast Beetle. Shout them out.
One beetle that is dead.
Well, those are just the mealworm beetles that we're raising for fun.
Yeah, but probably all of them are dead.
Well, no, there's still some alive.
Yeah.
But they had babies, and eventually there'll be more beetles.
And then we're gonna have 150.
Yeah. So this group of eggs is kept together with a sticky substance that makes it look like the whole egg mass is one giant jello creation. And these eggs are laid by the females sometime in summer.
Once the eggs
Have hatched
the
new
new
nymphs
will
wait
be
by
their
their
eggs from
their
their
first meal to come to them. So they don't go off and just automatically start hunting. It seems like they just wait for the stuff to come to them. And since you'll find out as an adult and later nymph stages, they produce this sticky substance that the female used to clump these eggs together. Since they can't do that yet, they will use and rely upon what mom has left them. These freshly hatched nymphs are truly pale in color and are almost translucent, Charlie. It means like you can kind of see through them, compared to the green that they will grow into. And even here, I think it's probably not fair to call it the pale green assassin bug, as I have found that in many instars, they're more brightly colored than pale. There's a number cut up here. Ready?
They will joke.
What? You know that word. Go through the number 5 instars before they reach adulthood. Eventually, they will gain the ability to create their own sticky substance to use out on the hunt. It does this through a gland found on its legs. In these early stages of life, they are just a thin, slender body with long, creepy legs, Charlie. And they get a little bigger and more adult-like as they progress through the instars.
And we saw a little and it will turn into a housefly.
We saw a maggot outside. Yes, it will turn into a housefly.
And then he will probably come in our house.
Hopefully he will not, it or she will not come into our house. Now, as an adult, this assassin will develop brown coloring to go along with their green. It's kind of a nice match. I really like the way this bug, I love saying bug, looks. So I did want to quote from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. They had this great article about assassin bugs and our pale green assassin bugs. The author was a woman who just went by the bug lady. She said, and I quote, "The male stands guard directly over or close by the egg masses. Scientists tested the male's resolve by waving their hands over them or trying to pick them up. Males who were guarding eggs generally stood their ground, and non-guarding males departed. When they were shown a lifelike model of a small wasp that parasitizes eggs, most of the guarding males attacked it. His assistants may continue after the eggs hatch. Clusters of nymphs seem to stay close to both their empty eggs, as we talked about, and their protector for the first few days. And there are several observations of males bringing food back for the young." End quote. So parental care is not something we typically associate with arthropods. So when it's there, I love to highlight it. What were you saying, Char?
Why do beetles crawl up your hands? My brother had a beetle that crawled up his face. He loved it.
Some animals just like to crawl, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The flower beetles we have some good grip, right? Little tarsals.
Buzz.
They do. They make a little buzzing sound. Now, like most bugs that have wings, their wings fold over and lay flat across their back. The bottom portion of their wings are membranous, unlike what you see in other insects like beetles, whose elytra completely cover their soft, delicate wings. This is another defining characteristic of true bugs. Yeah. Now, they're around half an inch in length as adults and have spines on their pronotoms that reach outwards. And for those of you who don't remember, the pronotum is the plate that covers the first segments on the thorax. The bottom half of this pronotum is more brown in color compared to the beginning, which is green. The long, spindly legs start off green but end with the same brown color. I read that this stark change of total green to brown in color could also help the assassin bug blend in with its surroundings as the leaves begin to change, or it finds its way to the ground and into the leaf litter. The adult body, while larger and more pronounced, I would say is still slender when compared to other true bugs, like that of a stink bug. It has more of a robust shape, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Now, they will overwinter in their nymph stages, and when late spring and the warmer weather arrives, they will emerge ready and as adults. Let's take a little time, Charlie, and talk about what makes these an all true bug special. It's their one of their defining characteristics is the beak or the rostrum, this defining, piercing, sucking mouth parts. A lot of bugs that we think about use this rostrum or mouth parts to feed on plants, like stink bugs and plant
We have
hoppers.
so much stink bugs in our house.
We did at the beginning of summer, right? Or the end of spring. Yeah.
And
But-
then they all disappear.
Yeah. But predatory
We have
true
found
bugs.
one downstairs.
But Charlie, our assassin bug is a true predatory bug. And when it's out in the hunt, they pierce into whatever unsuspecting creature they come upon and inject a special liquid that turns their inside into goo, which allows the bug to slurp up its meal. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Now, due to its coloration, it uses this camouflage to lay in wait for prey, and using this sticky substance covered their legs to grab onto whatever it has chosen, jabbing and then sucking it as its meal. So the next time you see yourself looking amongst the leaves, be on the lookout for an assassin lying in wait. It will be worth your time.
Jude?
Thank you for listening, right?
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
If you have an arthropod you would love to hear about, want to tell us what you think about the show, or found one of our mistakes, send us an email at arthropodadventurespodcast@gmail.com. And you can find us on Instagram at arthropod_adventures_podcast and follow us there. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Never stop learning. Show your show notes and never stop learning.
Stay inquisitive
And never stop learning.
and always check out the show notes. You're right.